Okay. Here is John Laflamboy of Zombie Army Productions.
Indeed.
So, how do you start out with your business?
How did I start out with my business?
Yes.
I was a student in college. I wrote a thesis why theater people should start their own marketplace in the haunted house world. So, started with a thesis as a student trying to raise money.
Okay, awesome. So, I actually got this shirt last night. How do you think up with this idea to have all the keys of the skull?
This is actually a collaboration between me and Chad Savage, our graphic artist over there. For me, it's very much the keys to Hell's Gate is what we wanted to do, and Chad wanted to do a collection of different keys to create that skull. So it's a collaboration, like most things with Zombie Army, collaboration between artists.
Now, I saw you last night as Earl. You were totally in character. You talked to me for a second.
Nice. All right. The whole night's pretty much Flash. Just goes real fast.
Yeah. So what's that like, playing your own character?
I mean, it's the reason I got into haunted houses. It's fun. It's interactive. It's entertaining. That's the game, man. It's having fun out there. I don't think I'd do the haunted house business if I didn't get to also play.
Okay. Because I know you're in the theater, so
Yep.
you definitely really enjoy that, right?
Yeah. I'm an actor, so that's my favorite part of all this.
Okay. So how did you come up with the idea of the twins at Hell's Gate?
I mean, the twins at Hell's Gate, it's all part of the storyline. It's not just coming up with an idea of a character, it's coming up with a story. And really filling in that story, making it rich, dynamic. That's how characters are created. Not just, what can I come up with that's scary? That's kind of two-dimensional and lame. So for us, it's about creating that entire story arc. And that's how the twins were born.
Now, I've never been to Statesville. If I ever come back to Illinois, I definitely will.
Right on, please do. Yeah, it's a great show.
And I'll definitely check that out. And could you tell me quickly about Statesville, about like what do you think is like the big differences between it and Hell's Gate?
So Statesville is an in-your-face rock show. It is just sensory overload, being shot out of a Gatling gun, coming at your face a million miles an hour. Statesville is our rock show. Hell's Gate is our dark adventure. So they are two totally different shows. I mean, one is a prison riot. One is a 1920s mansion being infested by demons and darkness. These are two totally different worlds. So yes, if you come to Statesville and Hell's Gate on the same night, you will get two completely different shows. That's what Zombie Army does. We like to produce stories. So you're not going to see the same story. You're not going to see the same show.
Oh, so how did you start out Days of the Living Dead? How do you think to start doing a web series?
You know, it really was just people seeing us and saying this needs to be on TV. You know, this needs to be seen by others. The haunted house industry at large is not really known by the mass public. So it's important for us, you know, to actually share that, to show people those things. So it was kind of a collaboration between us and other artists, other filmmakers of, you know, here's this thing we're doing, let's share it with the public. Not necessarily the haunt world. The haunt world already knows how much fun the haunted house industry is, but the public that doesn't know what's going on behind those walls. So Yokon Productions, Mike Meyer, Chris Otto do an amazing job telling that story and sharing that world.
So what about the Dragon Room? I know you guys wanted to do that for a really long time, and you finally did it.
Yeah, no, I mean, the Dragon Room was a design I've always had in my head. I've always wanted to play with. I've always wanted to create. It took a few years before I got to do it, but I was thrilled last year for the ending of Hell's Gate to really give a full, dynamic, giant room that kind of concludes the story, and the Dragon Room was that for me, so I was real excited to get to do it.
So I've been to other haunts, and I've seen their line actors. They had a couple actors. They just kind of like roamed around. They went to yours, and I was just taking a video of how many people they were there.
Right on.
And just immediately a clown just runs to me and got me real good.
Nice.
And then I saw Fluffy, and I was like, oh, I want to see him. But then he just came out of nowhere and grabbed my head and pulled me back, just snarled in my ear. It was great.
Great.
So I really condone your actors. They were insane.
Right on.
I really liked them.
Right, I'll let them know. Thank you. Thank you.
So that was John Laflamboy of Zombie Army Productions.